the hill, he's a one-and-done guy.
To the hill.
Let him know he cost himself some money. I think they certainly had a pretty good run. So we're 27 picks through. The Warriors are on the clock right now, the defending champs, and the Miami Heat, who got to the Eastern Conference Final. They picked at number 27, Nikola Jokic from Serbia, and I'm sure you've heard many times people say, Jokic? Whatever it is, it's basketball. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. Just being drafted, it was like a dream. I just turned 19, so I still kind of see myself as I'm still a kid, Just dream come true. I still don't believe what happened right now. Yeah, actually, the one fact about Miami, thanks to them for drafting me, but my first NBA game is actually in Miami against Philly in the playoffs. So,
you went to it?
Yeah, I went to it. It was my first live game. So, yeah.
Was there something about what you saw from the Heat that said, I want to play for them?
Oh, energy. The building was crazy. Players there were just giving everything on the court. That's what I'm trying to do.
Did it have anything to do with the weather in Miami? Did that play a part as well?
Belgrade and Miami are virtually the same.
Yeah, weather there is crazy. I mean, when I first came to USA, I've been to Miami, so I know how it's like out there, yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. Of course, having Nikola Jokic as a model to look up to coming from Serbia, do you pattern your game any the way he did?
Before you answer, I'm sorry, the commissioner with the next pick.
2022 NBA Draft. The Golden State Warriors select Patrick Baldwin Jr. from the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Okay, so we were talking about the two-time MVP. Do you model your game any like his? Has he been like a guy that you've looked up to as a player?
I mean, I look at him. His low post game. That's the thing. I look at him. I'm a different player than him, so I didn't, trying to model that much my game as his. I was just trying to look, and learn how he does things on the low post. He's specialist out there, so.
Yeah. Nicole, is it true story? They say you didn't play basketball until you were 13 years old.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I was water polo player.
Yeah. Water polo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a brutal sport.
Oh yeah,
it's basketball in the water.
Yeah, especially in Serbia.
Did you outgrow that? Was your whole waist outside the water, and that's what took you out of the game?
I mean, I'm not sure. We were just. I always wanted to try the basketball, and all my friends from school went to basketball to a little club next to my school, so it was a lot of fun. And my father, because of my father, also, that's why I actually tried the basketball. I liked it. It's really competitive. That's what I loved, and now I'm here.
Well, if you miss the water, there'll be plenty of it, certainly in South Beach. Congratulations.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, you guys.
Enjoy.
Thank you, guys.
Nikola Jokic from Serbia to South Beach. And yes, the Serbian pipeline to the NBA continues. And boy, what a personality he has. And, remarkable how his first answer about what did you like about the Heat? Energy. And certainly that culture there is all about players who play hard.
Well, look at the guys that Vlade. It started with Vlade Divac. I remember watching Vlade in the European Championships back in '89. Bogdanovic, Timotei Luwawu, Cabarro, Gogo, and of course Nikola. There's a tradition there. They believe.
Yeah, and certainly he talked about how 18. I feel like I'm still a kid. That's going to have to change quickly, Corey, when he shows up, not even just for Summer League, but obviously for Eric Spoelstra's training camp.
Or just Pat Riley in general. Let's start about
some of us still feel like a kid around Pat Riley.
So when you consider going into Miami, and we talk about different organizations that have a culture. We've spoken a lot about San Antonio's culture. Miami's culture is about hard work. It's about defense. It's about discipline. And, again, that's what you expect from a Miami team. That's what you expect from Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, and everything that flows through that organization. And I'm sure that's what they saw.
But I was just exactly right. It's a great point, Corey. They saw that in him or they would not have brought him in. They're not taking a chance and seeing, well, maybe this guy's going to fit in. They're very confident he's going to fit in and will buy into what Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra, and that organization is all about.
The defending champs now are the champions. The Golden State Warriors, their fourth championship in 8 years. They're fresh off of that. They had the 28th pick in the draft. While we were talking with Jovic, they took Patrick Baldwin Jr. from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'll admit, I did not watch Milwaukee, Wisconsin play a lot. Tell me about Patrick Baldwin.
Patrick Baldwin is a knockdown shooter. He would rival A.J. Griffith as the best shooter in this draft.
Okay.
And so, I mean, he can really shoot the basketball. The difference between the two, he's 6'10". Played on an AAU team with Jalen Johnson, of course, who is now with the Atlanta Hawks, first-round pick last year. And those two guys, and Johnson, of course, his passing ability, Baldwin shooting, they were special. I think he has a chance to really help the Golden State team as if they need it.
Golden State looking for shooting.
Well, he was injured a lot of the years. People that, didn't see him. He's got that same, if you watch him shoot, he's got that high release like Jabari has. And coaches love that. You can get the shot off.
Yes.
There's a lot of people that struggle to get his shot off. He will not struggle to get his shot off.
And coming out of high school last year, he was regarded at the same level as Paolo Banchero, Chet Holmgren, and Jabari Smith. Patrick Baldwin was in that same tier of high school players. His choice to go to Milwaukee, Wisconsin and play for his father didn't turn out that well for him. But if he's at Duke, if he's at Kentucky, Kansas, one of the Blue Bloods, we're probably talking about him in those first 5 picks, not the last 5 of the first round.
Seth, going to Golden State might have worked out for him.
Well, because he can be patient, he can get his body in shape, he can get healthy, he can learn how to be a pro. I mean, he's as big if as sharp is, because he did not play. And I'm sure, obviously, he played on a terrific AAU team. He's a big, skilled guy that can make a shot. But if you watch his tape from the games he did play, and he only played about 10 games, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. All right, the game was faster than him at 6'10", and but he's going to an organization. What is he going to learn to do? He's going to learn to be a pro. He's going to learn how to work. He's going to learn to take care of his body. He's going to learn what it takes to be successful, and he's not going to be asked to do a lot as he prepares to be a better player. I mean, there's a good chance he'll be like Jordan Poole. He'll probably start his career in the G League.
All right, we have the 29th pick coming up. Here's the commissioner.
With the 29th pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Ty Washington Jr. from the University of Kentucky.
Player profile.
Washington is not one of the more athletic guards in the draft, and while he does not possess blow-by speed, he gets to his spots thanks to his strong ball handling skills and an ability to change pace skillfully. He had a school record 17 assists in a win against Georgia and thrived in the pick and roll, where he ranked as one of the more efficient players in college basketball this past season.
Now this pick, Ty Washington Jr. from Kentucky, it's Memphis right now on the board, but it will go to the Rockets. So another Kentucky player going in the first round. I believe it's the second Kentucky player, right, going in the first round, if I'm not mistaken.
If you include Sharp.
The math right now. Right, Shaedon Sharp was the first. Yep. So a highly touted high school player playing off the ball a lot, though. What is he in the NBA?
He has to be a combo guard. I'm not sure that he is a primary ball handler, but if you're going to a situation where you're playing with another guy that can be a primary ball handler, now he's a secondary guy that can make plays, but can shoot the basketball, can run pick and roll action, will get after defensively, and that's one of the things. If you're going to play for John Calipari, you're going to have to play some defense. So he's learned that at Kentucky. I think he's a guy that will go in and fit in, but as Coach Greenberg said, he could be one of those guys that spent a lot of time in the G League early as well.
He's a ball
Seth made
guard.
a great point. Yeah, no, Seth, it hurts me to say this. You made an excellent point.
It happens once every 3 months.
Jordan Poole was the number 28 pick back in 2019. Gary Payton, his second, was undrafted in 2016. Steve Kerr's not afraid to play people. Now, they had a lot of injuries, but he gave some of these young guys a chance. They still got Moody and Kuminga. They still got some young guys sitting there. So, no, he doesn't have to step in and be successful right away. And if that shot stays as productive as it was in high school, then he'll eventually fit in at Golden State.
And I'll tell you, Ty Washington is a kid. I call him a ball guard. A ball guard is kind of a scoring point guard. He can facilitate. He's a very, very good passer. He's very good at ball screens. He doesn't have a burst. Like, he doesn't have a second. He can't get next level. But he's got a great floater, and he does a great job of reading all 5 defenders. A little bit of a low release, Corey. Wouldn't you agree with that? He's got to be able to find a way to get a little bit more separation. Was banged up towards the end of the season, but he played both point and wing. And you know what? That's what Cal's guys do. And the one thing about the Kentucky guys, though, is most of them translate into pretty good NBA players the last time I checked.
You know what? The history is there, too, as well, Seth. Think about this. Kentucky now has multiple first-round picks in 12 of the last 13 drafts. Takes you back to 2010. 2021 was the only exception year. Calipari's the second head coach in the modern draft era. That goes back to 1966 to have 40 players selected in the first round. Who do you think he joins in that status? Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski. Not surprising. Kentucky churning out NBA talent. And that talent joins us right now. Ty Washington Jr. joins us. First and foremost, just congratulations. I'm sure a night, a moment that you've probably been waiting for, preparing for quite a long time. How are you feeling right now?
I feel real good. Just excited to hear my name called at the end of the night. Just ready to go out there and just, put in the work and show everybody who Ty is.
And who is Ty? In your words, who is Ty? Are you a point guard? You're a combo? You're a two? Who is Ty?
I feel like I'm a point guard. That's just my natural position, a point guard. But, basketball has changed over time. It's positionless at this point. So if you're on the court, as long as you're making the most out your minutes, you'll be fine. One thing about me, the way I describe my game is just one word, is just a winner. That's it.
All right, let's go to the podium for the final pick of the first round.
22 NBA draft. The Oklahoma City Thunder select Peyton Watson from UCLA.
All right, Peyton Watson from UCLA. We'll discuss that in a moment. But Ty Washington joining us right now as the 29th pick, going to eventually the Houston Rockets in what will be the trade. So, again, finishing your thought on positionless basketball and how you see yourself in the NBA.
Me personally, I just see myself going in there right away, just using my voice and stuff, trying to impact winning right away. One thing about me, I always want to win, so I just want to go out there, with that winning fighting spirit and just go out there and have fun.
Ty, Seth Greenberg. Hey, first of all, congratulations, man. I'm really happy for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I call you a ball guard because you're just a basketball player.
Yeah.
How difficult was it for you this year to swing back and forth, between obviously when the guys were hurt, you go play basically full-time point guard, and then obviously when Xavier came back, you kind of split time with it. Was that difficult for you, or is it just kind of like, hey, you're just playing ball?
It wasn't difficult at all. Like you said, I'm a ball player. As long as I'm on the court, I'm make the most of my minutes. Whether it's me with the ball or without the ball in my hand, I still feel like I can impact winning the same way.
Ty, how tough was it sitting there? I know it's tough. A lot of these guys,